Oh, what is going on, you dead set legends? And welcome to the Ready Bang, the #1 arm wrestling interactive podcast in the world. I am your host, the Aussie Arm Wrestler. And boy, oh boy, what a guest we have today. She is one of the most dominant forces in arm wrestling. She's also the Tim Tam Jim Jam. And she has a mega matchup come November 11th. And rumor has it, she just may have fallen in love back with arm wrestling. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Sarah Backman. Sarah, first of all, welcome to the show, and how are you?
Oh, thank you so much. I'm doing fantastic. Thank you so much for having me.
Well, we spoke about it briefly, and I'm glad I got the answer that I wanted, so I can bring it up now. You lately look happy, real happy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What's
no.
happening?
Yeah. No. I completely fell back in love, with arm wrestling in the last year. Yeah, like last 10 months or so. I've been I had my surgery for my left shoulder, but I was determined to come back and work on my right arm, and then I accepted the Egla match. Kind of like it was the seed was planted in my head back in May. But it went official a month or so ago. So I have been training for it since May. It will be 6 months when it happens. So it's exactly what I need. I need a big goal like that to just go at it,
Just absolutely smash it. I mean, we're going to get to the Egler match in a minute, but so much has been going on. And everyone in the chat, we will say g'day to you, and we'll get your questions a little bit later on in the show. So thank you for joining us. First of all, a big congratulations to you. You got your Facebook page back.
Oh, yeah.
What a nightmare.
Yeah. Stupid. So stupid. And you feel so violated too. Somebody, the way it happened too is so stupid because I blame myself because I get so many emails daily, right? And I can see a mile away that it's a scam, so I always disregard. But this email that came in April was so professionally written. So I was like, all right. Everything looked so good, and he name dropped some other things. I looked it up. I was like, all right. And it was a podcast that I was gonna be on with my page. Yeah. And I had a Zoom call. I shared my screen for 20 seconds. And apparently when you share your screen in Zoom, they can get in, and that's what happened. And he just shared weird stuff and old content of me 10 times a day.
Yeah.
So it's stupid, but yeah.
Oh, it was going nuts, and knowing you personally and things like that, I was like, some of the stuff, we're not going to mention what it was, but it was just son of a bitch, that's horrible. That puts pressure on your personal life, that puts pressure on your professional life, but you've got it back now. So if you see a post on Facebook from Sarah, it's actually Sarah.
It's me. Yeah.
So let's see who's in the chat tonight. Everyone's in there. Dan Jean says, "We love you, Sarah."
Oh,
just very nice.
Start the show. That's so nice.
Good guy. He goes, looking forward to another awesome interview from Aussie. You are flat out killing it right now, and Sarah is coming back for a throne. Let's go. The Queen is ready. This man, not my monkeys, is just shout out to Monster Michael Todd. He had a bit of unfortunately, his mother passed away on the weekend, so that is very sad. And also shout out to Sabine Badalescu. He's going through a bad time. His wife's battling cancer, and 4 men beat him up with metal poles out the front of his house.
Wow.
Yeah. So horrible. But so yeah, shout out to those guys. Of course, Sarah wins. Ready, chitty chitty bang bang from the Drew, which is in there. Johnny Cooper. Every time he comes on, I pretend he's like an 80s cop. So I have to say in an American accent. He's in the chat. STP is hanging about. Joe Nelson, my man. Yo, everybody. We've got Tim Talmadge from Arm Sports Entertainment hanging about. The Queenslander says, yes, I like to say hi to everyone. Let's get on with it. Jar Corbin is in there. Ready bang, Jake and Sarah from Rick Chains, bitch. So, yes, rumor has it, never share your screen on Zoom.
Definitely don't. I mean, if you trust the person, you can definitely do it. I do it all the time in meetings, with people I know, but don't do it with somebody that has an accent from somewhere and he claims to pay you a certain amount. Yeah.
I'll say it. Bangladesh.
Yeah, Bangladesh.
Yep. We're not disparaging the whole country. No. The person was from Bangladesh that hacked Sarah.
Yeah.
And did it well. So just a public service announcement from Sarah and I. If you check your emails and you've won the Nigerian lottery, you haven't. It's okay. It's okay. White Wolf is in the chat. X Monster is in there. Don't tread on me. What's up? Right. I think I've said hi to everyone. Ready. Bang. Mr. Jake and the absolute queen, Mrs. Sarah. She is hanging about. Sterling Jackson. Such a cool name.
Sterling. That's my friend.
Yeah, he's a friend of yours?
Yeah, we used to train together.
He's from Texas, isn't he?
And Florida, but he moved to Virginia.
No, Florida. I must be thinking of someone else then. Sorry, Sterling. I think I've been on a podcast with Sterling. We're hanging about. Hail to the Queen, Sarah. Dante Mack says, good morning. Hello, Jake, Sarah, and the chat. So, yes. So, unfortunately, we're both going to be in the same country on the same date, but on the opposite sides. You're going to be at the Vitacell party.
Mm-hmm.
What the bloody hell's going on with this? Every time I look, you're all in some massive house, and Devin and Levan are pulling, and now there's a big event where everyone's just going to line up and get stem cells. Are they that good?
Yeah. It's like, so I got it in my shoulders, and I have, as everybody knows, I have had rotator cuff repair on both sides. And I'll tell you, afterwards, it feels so healthy and not as tight, like no pain whatsoever. Like I can't even believe I had surgery like earlier this year. So that's great. I also got it in my arm for tendonitis, but that is still not as bad as it was, but it's still like there. But it's also because I have to train my movements, all the time for my match. But after the match, I'll probably rest for 30 days or so to let it really go.
So what's actually happening? I know some people are paying their own way. Clearly you're not. You're getting looked after when you're there. But is it just a big, hey, everyone, let's have a big party. Let's launch Vitacell. We're like the new sponsor of arm wrestling, and everyone's just going to get there and get some treatment.
Yeah. Rob and Mike, coolest people ever. They just created this family, and we just had an Airbnb and had a good time hanging out with everybody. Like it was awesome. And we're gonna do it in Vegas again, probably with 30 more people. So it's probably gonna be like an ongoing thing to get Vitacell out there and to make people discover stem cells, because it really is incredible.
Bloody hell. There you go. So you've heard it from Sarah. If you're injured and want some stem cells, hit up Sarah. She'll hook you up with Vitacell. That's I think I'll just naturally fade away with all my injuries. I don't think I'll be injecting any stem cells into me. I'll just walk around sore with my titanium hip and everything like that. Yeah, I got a hip replacement a couple of years. Oh, is it last year? I think it was last year. Yeah, November last year. It's fun at the airport, I tell you.
Oh, wow.
Don't have metal rods stuck in your body.
Every time they must see that.
Yeah, and fun little fact, it comes up at the back. So it's my right hip, and it comes up at the back. So if you're looking, say that's my butt, there's a little heat bit at the top of my right glute.
Yeah.
So they get a bit of a, oh, is he just hitting something up there and it's gone to the right? Come here, buddy.
What are
Shoes
you?
off. I get the whole pat down and everything, but still beats having a real job. That's for sure. Hey, you're saying you're in love with arm wrestling. You've had plenty of matches this year. I was very impressed with you win. I expected you to win at AWC against Heidi Cordner. But then when I met Heidi and realized how big and strong she is, the win was even more impressive.
Yeah, no, exactly. Like that's the thing. Like I love that other women get recognition. You know, there are monsters out there among us. And yeah, Heidi is an incredible athlete and she is so like a large person. So like it's definitely like when you are next to her, like I was intimidated, and her setup and everything, like she is very strong. So like, yeah, I hope she continues and push forward and get out there more.
Oh, I'm sure she would. Hey, if Hugo wants to be on the show, he can sit in your lap. It's fine. It's fine. Sometimes my daughter comes in and my wife. Yeah, that's what I mean. If Hugo just wants to be on the show, that's cool. It's all family friendly and things like that. Zeus has been on the show and things like that. I'm not sure if you want to answer this question, but White Wolf is a good dude, and he's just curious about the price tag on stem cell.
Yeah.
Now, if you don't want to answer it, that's fine, because money's always awkward.
No, because a lot of people have asked, and I was told that if there's an arm wrestler that I know, they will get one shot for $4,000.
Okay.
And
there you go. Look at that. Jar Corbin's on the money. Says 4,000 costs $4,000. There you go. So there you go, White Wolf. If you're wanting to get that in there. Now, with good comes a little bit of bad. When you pulled Heidi, now I know you don't really watch your matches afterwards. You don't watch them. We've had that before. Did it bother you at all that during your match the stream shut down?
Yeah. You know, like it sucks, you know, especially for Magda, the promoter. Like she paid Core Sports to be there, and it's very unfortunate, you know. So like a lot of people didn't get to see it, and you know, it is what it is. Just do better in the future, I guess.
Yeah. You heard it from Joey Swole. Just do better.
Yeah.
Do better.
Right?
Yeah, it's it really sucks, because I know a lot of people follow your career so closely. So I know people bought the pay-per-view to see your match. So I was always, I was just like, because I was like messaging Don. I was like, stop the match, the match. The stream shut down. We're not getting it. So,
and honestly, if we knew about it, I'm sure we could have taken a break. And
absolutely. Yeah.
Nobody said anything to us. We just kept going. So yeah.
It was there. Well, how do you find, because it's always a huge discussion on our show. A lot of people on our show love a fired up crowd. We want people screaming and shouting and things like that. And that's what appeared to be at AWC. Is that something you enjoy? Is that something you don't like, or you don't really notice anything when you're up there?
Oh, I don't notice that. You're saying for myself when I compete?
Yeah.
Oh no, like that's kind of my thing. I just zone out. It's just I hear nothing, I see nothing. I just focus on my job.
And you're pretty bloody good at your job as well. That's for sure. I tell you. Hey, Robert Kelly's jumped in and says Sarah is stemmed up and ready to take over the world.
Robert, yeah, that's my new friend.
Yeah, cool guy. I met Robert at Arizona. I spoke to him online for a while.
Yep.
But he's equipment. He's got some gear, that's for sure.
And he he was so funny. Like we said we need this, and he's like, wait, I got that in my car. And it was like everything you can think of. Like we had so much fun with that all weekend last week. Like he's awesome. Like, I love Robert.
Well, just quickly talking about that, last weekend was Biketoberfest. I think last weekend I was explaining it was one of the most busiest weekends in arm wrestling. And you can correct me if I'm wrong, because we had Schoolboy pulled in Singapore. We had the 198-pound invitational. We had Arm Gods had their Day of Champions in Wolverhampton. We had Biketoberfest. Ryan Bowen and AWE had their underground matches. We had South Island Arms in Canada do their ranking super matches. I think Sean Hancock had an event. Like, how good is that?
It's crazy. Like, arm wrestling is just taking over. Like, it's incredible.
Is that good or bad for you? Are you one of those people that love to go to every single event, or do you just sit there and go, you got to pay the backman? You got to pay the back. If you want the star at your show, bump up those dollary dues.
No, I like to contribute like where I can, but I do put some value if it's like me and Gabby or like Egle. Like, I do believe that deserves a little bit more, but like if it's an event in Florida or near Florida and I have nothing else going on, I'll go there. That's not an issue at all.
Yeah. So did you pull on the weekend or any after pulling, or are you just like...
No, I am strictly following like my program now the last couple of weeks, especially since I'm dealing with this tendonitis issue, and it's holding me back a lot. Yeah. So I don't want to aggravate it if I don't have to. So yeah, like today I rested, which is weird because I want to do something. And usually I do something every day, but I just follow my program so strictly right now.
Well, we'll talk about your program and everything in a moment. We'll just go back a bit. You had the match with Heidi, and then you had a match with Anna Gronlund.
Yes.
So, I mean, I've met Anna.
Mm-hmm.
She's like a beast.
She's great. Like, her personality and everything. Like,
yeah,
she is amazing, right? Like like you, similar to you actually. Like, just walking around, so much energy,
Yeah, she's 100 miles a minute.
She's super strong.
Yeah, well, that match went your way. So is it just, I'm just going to take this match because you've had the Egler match in the back of your mind, but you took a couple of matches prior. Is that a confidence building if you win or lose, or is it I got to test the tendonitis? What's with the matches?
Yeah, I wanted to test my confidence, and since my last match was with Gabby a year and a half ago, and I have realized now, I said this to everybody on every podcast I've been in, like, the guys in the world of arm wrestling right now inspire me so much because they appear like every month, every other month, constantly, right? Like, they're riding the wave, the momentum, and like, I'm not getting any younger. Like, now is the time. Like, what am I waiting for? I can't just arm wrestle once a year. Like, I'm not going to get better, or, it's not, now is the time. So I told myself I want to compete more. I don't want to just sit and wait or be scared. Win or lose, it's a contribution back to the sport. It's entertainment for other arm wrestlers, and it's gonna push other women to train too. And like, I have that unique position to make a difference, and I'm gonna do it.
Oh, beautiful! That's what we need. More Sarah Backman matches. Hey, this is going to be brilliant. Good, because I'm not going to lie, sick of waiting 18 months. So to get 3 in a short space, very happy, very happy. Right, let's see what the chat is saying in here. Everyone's just talking about stem cells. James can't wait to hear about Sarah's thoughts on the Egley match. It's going to be a battle. We'll be talking about that soon. Don't worry about that. Neil Pickups in the chat. He says, will be great to see a focused and prep Sarah in action again at East versus West 10 in a couple of weeks. It's been a while, and what a match it promised to be. But first, Florida, here we come. Yeah, I think people are coming to visit you this weekend. I know Uncle John was mentioning
Yep.
something
Neil is
about
coming in Friday, and I think he's staying until Wednesday. So I'll definitely go and see him. It's only 3 hours away, so it'll be awesome.
Beautiful. Hey, there you go. So that'll be good. Check out the old all the channels, Neil's channels and everything. Get there and that'll be good. Now, November 10th, November 11th, we're here. Now, this match surely skyrockets you to number one contender. Surely it has to. Now, for you, before we actually talk about the match, what would be more important? You go out and you beat Eglay, which a lot of people think you're going to do. Do you want the title shot with Barbora, or do you want to rewrite the wrong with Gabby? What would you like to do first? So it's like, bang, and I feel good, beautiful. What would be your top one you'd love?
Okay, what a great question, first of all. Well, for this personal, internal, like I need to beat Gabby, right? But I also am super curious on Barbora. So like whatever comes first, I guess. For me, I don't think it really matters. So whoever offers the best deal first, I think, in terms of time, event, things like that. So,
as in cash money, pay the woman. No, that certainly helps with both. Okay, yeah, because I obviously you definitely want to get that win over. So I mean, let's call it how it is. Gabby's a superstar, so of course you want to get that win back. But a part of me, just wanted to know, what one would you like to do first? Would you love to be the champ and beat Barbora and then go, right, Gabby, you got to chase me now? Or is it, do I get my win over Gabby and then, I'm even more relieved and more confident to go for the top?
Yeah. What do you think? Like, what would you do if you were me?
What would I do?
Yeah, what would you do?
I'd be the champ.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I come out.
That's what most people have said that they would. Like, I have several people that like just go straight for Barbora and like you'll take Gabby in another time, maybe, but I don't think it matters. Whatever comes.
Oh, of course it doesn't matter. Of course it doesn't matter. It's just a bit of fun. But for me, I would be more I'm big into the mind games and trying to get one over. So it's like, I'm the champ now. I'm going to make you wait. Sorry. Oh, Gabby's ringing. Ignore. Yeah. So when do you want the match? March. Busy. See you in April. Cool. Still not sure about April. Still not sure about. Are you free March? Oh, let's make it June. Absolutely. I'd be all over that. So let's go in a day in the life of Sarah. As Robert Kelly's jumped in there, and he wants that match at Florida Arm Wrestling League. Bit of home ground advantage.
Yeah, I mean it's a possibility, So yeah.
We might have just uncovered something here, Robert. No, it's I don't care. To be honest, I don't care who has those matches. So long as we have them, I don't care what promotion gets them. So thank you very much, Robert. So we go with you're in your peak training. What does a day in the life of Sarah look like?
Okay, so I sleep until I wake up. I don't have an alarm or anything. Yeah, but usually 8 or 9 maybe. And then I have coffee. I love a stress-free morning. Like that's like my time to like just set the pace for the day. Like I hate stress and stuff, so I just need my time, usually an hour or two in the morning where I drink coffee, I listen to music, I plan my day, I go over my training, things like that.
Oh, hang on, let's jump in. What tunes are we listening to?
I am a rock girl, so I like
Ooh.
heavy metal and things like that. But I
Yeah.
love music in general, so like anything that is good, I'm a fan of. But like if you like, I would love to go to a rock concert or a festival or things like that. That's my style.
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll leave that one to you. I couldn't think of anything worse. No, I've only been to one concert in my life.
Oh, really? Which one?
Foo Fighters.
Okay. All
My
right.
wife bought it for me for my birthday, and then when I went there, they were great.
Yeah.
They were amazing.
Yeah.
And then a part of me was like, "Oh my god, I've had so many amazing bands and artists come to Australia," and I'm like, "Nah, I didn't go, so I never went."
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yep.
so you got your tunes, you got your coffee. By the way, America has terrible coffee. Australia's got the best coffee in the world.
Really? Yeah. I
Sort
gotta
that out, Sarah. Then tunes, you've decided what you're going to train.
Mhm.
How does training look?
So my training is programmed by Chris Drummond, and I've been working with him since May, since I kind of accepted the match with Egle, and it's been my training since then has been like completely dialed in for Egle. So um, I have a dynamic day, a speed day, and a max effort day. So I train way less than I have ever done. Like usually I would go, like in the past, I would go to the gym once or twice a day, 7 days a week. But I don't do any powerlifting, any bodybuilding, anything that I used to do. I only train arm wrestling specific moves. I don't even train legs anymore. So things definitely has changed, and we'll see in a couple weeks how it feels. Because overall, like over my arm wrestling career, I always liked to feel physically strong all over my body, but
Yeah.
this is like the first time in my life where it's like the only thing that matters is this, the
Yeah.
everything. Yeah. So it feels good. Like the feedback I have received from people I have trained with is awesome.
Yep.
And my last two matches went good, and
Went good. They went bloody great.
so
Domination.
so we will see. We'll see. You know, to
So
me,
how long? How long?
she's
Sorry.
like Egla is like the one. I have never beaten her. Like the people that don't know her, like it makes me sad because she's this legend, right? Like she's she's Egla, you know.
Yeah.
So like I have watched the match with Gabby and her probably 100 times, right? And
Oh.
and Gabby's reaction after she wins is so accurate. Like I feel it, right? Like she cries because it was such an impossible, like it was impossible to beat her. And few people understand this. Like people that are like in arm wrestling for years ago, like they know what a big
Yeah.
win was for Gabby, you know.
Yeah.
So, and I feel the same. If I can give Igle something, it will mean the world to me.
Well, for those that don't know, we all know Gabby, 30, 40, 500-time world champion,
Yeah.
and Eglay was pinning Gabby.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
that's just to show you what Egler can do on the table. She's dangerous. So it is. What would be her main threat to you?
Her leverage and her big hand. So now, like she's 180 centimeter, like 5'10" or 6 feet. Like so, she's a little bit taller than me. But I remember from the past, I haven't seen her in 11 years, and I was like a lot lighter back then. But I always remember looking at Egle she's so lengthy, like she's almost like a Devon Larratt, like her lengthy arms and like
Yeah,
she sits up and she's just like so like she's like all right go like and you can't move her because she's just her hand is just taking you. So that's kind of like the picture I'm trying to overcome mentally. Like I don't want her size to get in my head.
yeah.
um
I'll tell you. Oh, It's going to be brilliant. This match is going to be brilliant.
Yeah.
What is there? Have we got one lane? Have we got 2 lanes? Have we got 10 lanes? That we're going to beat Egler?
And I have perfected 2 moves, I believe.
Ooh.
That is somewhat new. One is especially new, but one is like, all right, I got this. This is like my thing, but I just have gone stronger in it. But the other move is a new thing. So
Oh, look at this. Not only is she fallen back in love with arm wrestling, oh, but we got some new tricks up the sleeve.
yeah,
Hey, just keep that jumper long sleeve. We don't want to see anything up there. Ooh. Joe Nelson says, sounds like that Sarah sounds like she's mastered arm wrestling. And Neil says, Egler has a giant frame and structure.
yeah.
Sarah Latone has just jumped in, says, I'm so late, but I'm so happy to see Sarah. I just adore her.
Sarah.
I got to meet Sarah this year. Sarah
Yeah.
and Jason. I was very happy with that.
Yeah.
Very, very happy.
They're awesome.
Yeah, they are. They really are. They're 2 good people.
Mm-hmm.
They're 2 good people. And everyone's just all saying hi to each other and getting annoyed that I've only been to 1 concert. And everyone's telling you their favorite bands.
Mm.
And some that I've never heard of, like this one here.
Mm-hmm. Yep. All from Sweden. That's correct. Yep.
Yeah, because Sweden and Norway, you're big into like your death metal, aren't you?
Yes. So now death metal is like too dark and too gory for me. I don't like too much growl. I like more like Nightwish from Finland or Halloween or Hammerfall or those kinds of bands. Sabaton. So
there you go.
If you know, you know.
Just give me 80s movie soundtracks. If I had to choose one genre, give me the Karate Kid soundtrack, the Rocky soundtrack, Bloodsport, Over the Top. I'm sorted. You'll never have a bad day again in your life. That is for sure. Captain Obvious is in the chat. He's hanging about as well. Neil saying that Sarah is a much sharper puller, more finesse, while Egler's structure is a huge threat. Very interesting battle coming from there. We do have a poll at the moment, Sarah, and 81% say that you get the win.
Wow. That's crazy to me. Like, I wonder why do people think that? Because I haven't proven myself that much. I mean, she's like a 25-time world champion. Like, I don't. That's crazy to me.
I think it's because this new trick up your sleeve.
But nobody knows that but me.
It is. I've just, hang on, let me check my phone. I've got it here. Oh, okay, Sarah, that's your new trick. Juggling. Awesome. 3 bowling pins mid-round. That's a weird trick to have. Oh, brilliant. No, so that'll be cool. What do we reckon? Is it because there's for me, and please correct me if I'm wrong. This is from like a fan's perspective, because I know of Egler's history and things like that. Is it just because the way you arm wrestle is get it over as quick as possible? Bang, bang, bang. I need the win. And then afterwards can have a couple of orders. Hugo and I can go party and relax. Or is there a stage, because 25-time world champion, so much history, you want to get that win? Will there be a stage where it's come in and just hold her and go, oh my God, I've got you here, woman.
Oh my God, no. First of all, you are so funny. I love your accent and everything. So you're awesome. But no, like, oh my God. So if let's say I can flash pin Egler, right? Like, no, that would not happen. We can't even talk like that. It's
No.
like, crazy. But if that would happen, that would be my dream, obviously.
Okay.
Yeah, like that would be the coolest thing ever. But I don't expect that. I expect a war.
Yeah.
And I'm not looking. I'm looking forward to it, but I don't, because everybody knows how shitty it is when you fight and you are getting more fatigue, but you need it, you want it. So everybody knows that. Everybody that arm wrestle knows that feeling, and it's gonna suck, but it's gonna feel good when it's over and you're the champ. So
You're the winner. Oh, it's going to be brilliant. Sarah Latona says, the old lightning. I think it'll be a challenge for Sarah, but I think she has some lanes to play with. It's about 50-50 for me right now. Arm wrestling on paper doesn't always work. Oh,
it's fair.
That's the best. That's the best thing about our sport. Sometimes I love being wrong.
Mm-hmm.
So if I'm like, person A is going to win, and person A, a big example on the weekend was Arm Gods. There was Craig Sanders against Jason Hill, and I was like, oh, okay, that's a filler match. Cool. They've got to give Craig someone, and it turned out to be 4-2, and I was like, oh my god, how good was that? So. Yeah, it's gonna be brilliant. It's gonna be brilliant. Sarah thinks it's 50-50. Guys, give us your predictions in the comments. So it's a first to 3, best of 5 match. Is it a world title match?
It's a world title match.
It is.
So we have to do all 5 rounds.
Yeah. So another question. You've won 3-0. You're feeling good. You feel great. Will you then chat with Egler and go, that'll do, donkey? Let's just not pull the other 2 because you now want to start training for the Gabby or the Bub, or will you sit there and go, I got 3 on ya. Let's get 5.
I will go all required rounds, like unless one of us are injured.
Yeah, of course.
But I want to maximize the experience, and if it's easy for any of us, I would hope that maybe we can let the other work a little bit, maybe. I don't know. I guess we'll see how everything feels.
Well, afterwards, I would love to get your opinion on the difference, because I don't know. I'm sure everyone in the chat knows, but you were at the first East versus West, and it was certainly different to the monstrosity promotion that it is today. Yeah. So it'd be good to get your perspective on the first one to the 10th one, because I think it's going to be great.
So good now, like it looks great. So
I think it does. Varley thinks it's 51.5% to 48.5%. He'd say. Constipated Devon thinks it's 70-30 to Sarah. Roman Reckless in the chat, he says 4-1 to Eglay. That's all right, mate. Sarah's just banned you from her life now for saying that.
Stop.
You are over now. Thank you. Thanks, Roman, buddy. No, that's fine. 50-50 from Roy. Jar thinks it's going to be a great match. Captain Obvious thinks it's going to be poached Eglay for dinner. And then we got 3-2, 3-2, 3-2. And then Joe says, Sarah's got to watch the Eglay elbow because Haristo never sees it. Oh. And then, of course, something that we all want, Sarah Backman trading card. Don't worry. I hit up Sarah before we went live. Why do you think we were late? Hi, Sarah. How are you? Don't care. Do you want to be on a trading card? It's basically how it went. That's another thing in all seriousness, because everyone's I'm seeing it firsthand. Gone are the days where you could just turn up to an event, sit in your hotel room for 2 days, rest, relax, and then go pull. Yeah, now promotions all over the world
Mm.
are treating you like the superstars that we're trying. Well, I know that's my goal. Like when I get you on the show, it's to project you as a superstar. How do you find that? Well, it'd probably be a better answer when you come back from East versus West. But you got to turn up and you got to sign 100 posters. You've got to sign this. You've got to do not only an East versus West podcast, but when you get there, there'll be 4 or 5 content creators. Sarah, can I have 10 minutes? Can I have 15 minutes? And go from there. So are you liking that this is all happening, or are you just like, damn, just let me be in my hotel room?
No, I like it. Anything that makes, gives attention about arm wrestling and it grows, I'm all for it. So I think it's cool that this sport is getting more recognition.
So. Well, what would you prefer? A Sarah Backman trading card, a Sarah Backman teddy bear, or a Sarah Backman action figure?
Oh, I think the action. The teddy bear is cute. Teddy bear is cute.
So, nothing but the proper questions here on the Aussie Arm Wrestler Show, hey?
No, action figure is awesome, right? Because that's like a classic. There's always trading cards, I guess. But just to be something special, maybe I'll pick teddy bear.
Pick teddy bear, yeah, because that is different. So there you go. Head over to MaximumBang.com. Get yourself a Sarah Backman teddy bear. It's already on there. No. It's Sarah Latona wants an action figure. What about you guys in the chat? I'll ask you guys the same question I'm asking Sarah. Do you want your own action figure? Do you want your own trading card? Or do you want your own teddy bear like Sarah? Don't know if I'd want a Sarah Backman teddy bear. Come on now. I think my daughter would.
Yeah.
I think my daughter would. We could go from there. Got myself some trading cards. Is it? It's 5-0. It's going to be 5-0, isn't it? At East versus West 10. It's going to be Sarah 5-0. Let's be real.
I think so.
Yeah, you're happy. You look different. And I said this beforehand because with this newfound happiness, you're looking different. You're up and about. You're replying to my messages. So that's always a good thing to come on the show. No, but you feel different. And I'm big on, coming from other sports, I'm big on body language, mental preparation. So for me, when you're like, oh, I'm feeling stronger, you definitely physically are looking like that. But for me, I think your biggest trajectory and improvement at the moment is your whole body language in your posts, in your podcasts. It's really awesome to see.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm happy you recognize it. It's definitely, when we did our last show, I was not in a good place, really. But things are good now. So
it's gonna be 5-0. Other matches, just quickly. Other matches on the card. Devin versus Dennis.
Yeah.
Like, what are your whole thoughts on all that? Because you've been around for so long, and you've been there for the awesome times, and you've also been there for the real shit times.
Yeah.
Did you ever think we're going to get this match again?
I always like people like Alexei Voivoda. He was gone for 19 years, came back. So anything is possible. Clearly in arm wrestling.
Yeah.
So no, this is great. I really hope Devin wins. He wants it so bad, right? Like he deserves it. He's been putting in so much work last couple of years, and he's all in. And somebody that's that obsessed of something and have given so much energy and time into the sport, I hope he gets to take some back. I really hope he wins. Like for him, that would make me happy for him.
Yeah. Now, do you think he'll win?
So yes,
okay.
Just based how he talked, same thing like you just described there with the body language and the way he like explained his mindset. Last time I saw him 2 months ago, he's just there now. Like he wants it bad, and he feels stronger than he's ever felt. Now I don't know Dennis personally. I haven't really kept up on like what he's up to lately or anything. Dennis is Dennis, obviously. He looks strong in his last video that was posted a week ago. But I think it's Devon's time. I think it's not going to be easy by any means, but I think Devon will win.
Yeah, well, look, I'm in the same boat as you. I was lucky enough to be at Devon's house just the other week. Yeah, about 3 weeks ago. And yeah, I was the same. I was like, I really want to get a good gauge of him because he looked incredible when I saw him at King of the Table against Dave. Yep. And I thought, I want to see him and we'll just sit having dinner, having a laugh. And I was like, yeah, you're a different human being. And how can you look bigger but lose weight? It was
exactly, So yeah, awesome.
It was something else. What do you think of John's weight cut? He's cutting down to 90, well, trying to get down to 95 kilos. He's having like a bit of brekkie in the morning and then a protein shake in the day. And that's it.
Yeah, I think he's just up for the challenge. Like he's been there, done that. At this point, he has nothing to lose no matter what he does. So to have put a little spice to it, why not?
That's cool. Yeah.
So the reward if it goes his way will be fantastic. So.
Yeah, no, just always interested because clearly, you're right. Obviously, you're right into your diet and training. So I just wanted, like, some people hate what he's doing, some people love what he's doing. So it's just more getting a bit of perspective into it. Guys, we're going to go for about another 10, 15 minutes. And I don't want to take up too much of Sarah's time. So what I'll do, I'm going to play a couple of games with Sarah, and then we'll get into a bit of a Q&A there, and then we'll see if we can try and convince Sarah to be on a maximum betting trading card. That's all there for you guys. I like playing this game with guests. You got to pin one, you got to lose one, lose to one, and you got to eliminate one person from arm wrestling. Last time I gave you all the top ladies. This time I'm giving you all the top guys. You got Devon, you got Dennis, you got Levan.
Mm-hmm.
I need to know which one you get a pin. I need to know which one you got to lose to, and which one you got to get rid of.
Okay.
Who are they? So you got Devon Larratt, Dennis Saplenko.
I was expecting like something to pop up on the screen.
No, I thought about having a graphic and things like that.
Okay, yeah. So I would pin Devon because that would be awesome, right?
Yeah.
And I would. Who was the options? Dennis, Devon, and John.
Levan.
Oh, no. Okay, I would pin Levan. Pin Levan, and I would lose to Dennis and eliminate. No, this is not fun. Like, I don't want to eliminate anybody.
This is fun, isn't it?
I'll eliminate Dennis. I would pin Levan and lose to. Why can't I think right now? Lose to Dennis? Is that what I said?
No, you're getting rid of Dennis. You're going to pin Levan and lose to Devon.
Yes.
Okay, so there you go. Sarah Backman hates Dennis Saplenko. You heard it here first. She hates him. Get rid of him. No, it's good. Another one for you, because I found out you're a Tim Tam fan.
Oh.
That come out of nowhere. For those that don't know, this is how I've got to cling on to anything Australian. One of our favourite chocolate biscuits in the world is called a Tim Tam.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, once you get a Tim Tam, you are hooked.
Yep.
So now I'm giving you $10, Sarah. You can only buy one. You have to put one Tim Tam flavour back on the shelf, and you have to eliminate one Tim Tam flavour for good.
Mm.
So you're at the shops now. So the 3 flavours: double chocolate, chewy caramel, and original.
Okay, you had to pick the best ones, of course.
That's right. That's right. I'm a Tim Tam fan.
All
We got
right.
some Tim Tam fans hanging out.
So I would buy the caramel because that's my favorite, and then they're all my favorite. But okay, I would buy the caramel, and I would get rid of the original.
What?
What? You gave me the options. I. What would you do then?
I would buy them all. And I would boycott the game, and I would never let my heart. No, I'm only joking. So yeah, so you're getting rid of the original, you're keeping salted caramel, and you're putting the double choc
Yeah.
back on the shelf. There
Yeah.
you go. So yeah, those at home, Tim Tam. It's an Australian biscuit, a bit of fun. I just happened to come across Sarah's story on Instagram. And she's like, "Oh, these are my favorite biscuits. I can't believe this shop has them." I was like, "Wow,
Yeah.
there you go."
It's so rare to find them. So every time I find them anywhere, I will buy the whole, like, whatever is on the shelf. So right now my pantry is fully stocked.
There you go. So yeah. So after this match, just picture Sarah on the couch, icing up her arm, other hand, just guzzling all the Tim Tams. Get in there. Hey guys, there you go. There's Tim Tams in Canada. Well, that's where you got them from, wasn't it? Because you're at AWC.
Yep, in Toronto, in a Walmart, just walking around with Artem and saw Tim Tams, and I bought them all. And he tried it for the first time there, and he is hooked. And every time he is in a store right now, he texts me. He texted me couple days ago. He's like, "Look, I found it in this store," and I get messages like this now here and there, depending on where it is, because he's on the search for them too.
Walmart is very interesting. Sometimes I forget some of the laws in America. So when I was in a Walmart, like Walmart's got everything. They're huge. So it's like, cool, I'm going to get something to eat. I'm going to get some booze. I'm going to try and find something for my wife. I'm going to try and find something for my daughter. And I'm just going to get some bullets for my gun.
Yep, everything.
Sorry, excuse me, mate. Where's the Second Amendment aisle? Oh, yeah, if you just go past the baby section. You just go past that and past the toys. Second Amendment aisle just down there.
Yep.
And I was just like, well,
That's
bloody
funny.
hell.
I love it.
Well, bloody hell. All right, guys, have you got any questions for the one and only Sarah Backman? Get them in there. Ask away. We'll pick out some of the questions. There you go. The freedom aisle is great, says Devon's forearm. So they give guns as prizes sometimes, says Jar Cobbin. So yeah, if you've got any questions, anything to do with Sarah, get in there. Otherwise, we'll wrap up the show, because it always is a lot of fun. But when you get 457 emails a day and 900 requests to go on shows, you don't want to overstay your welcome, which is something this guy always does. So never invite me to your barbecue, because I always stay. Solo Run. I'm not sure if you're aware, Sarah. This is the guy that does the graphics.
Cool.
For East versus West.
Oh, cool. All right. Oh, Soul. Okay, yeah, I know. I've heard. Okay, cool.
Yeah. So that's Soul. Just wishing you all the best.
Thank you.
So going back to the music, wait, where is it? From Roy, going back to your love of music. Sarah, if you're stuck on a deserted island, you could only bring 3 music albums, what would they be?
Okay. Oh, it would be Amorphis, Sky Forger. It would be Nightwish once, and probably any of Sabaton. They're all good.
I've heard of 0 of those things.
Yeah.
There you go. So there's your answer, Roy. What else have we quickly got in here? Does Sarah think that Serena Williams would be a good arm wrestler?
It's possible, right? Like, but it's so hard for other athletes to like transition. I think like you gotta be an arm wrestler. Like, it's a different mindset, right? Like
Mm.
you gotta have it, to understand arm wrestling. I think so. Just to like be good in some sport, it's not gonna make it obvious that you're gonna pick arm wrestling up quickly. It's gonna take time.
Yeah. Short answer, Red Cat Man, no.
Yeah. Yeah, probably no.
You got to get in there. All the best, Sarah. Love you from Sarah.
Miss you, Sarah.
People are naming their 3. Roy Baker has named his 3. Everyone's just sending their love and their albums.
Yeah.
And then there we go. Did Egley beat Gabby 5 years ago? She has pins on Gabby at tournament there.
Yeah, Gabby had one win with left arm in 2017 Slotty Tour, and it was like one time only, like a quick hit, and like it was like what just happened, right? But that was the only time Gabby ever beat Egle left-handed, or never in right-handed until 1 year ago at East versus West.
And what a match that was.
Yeah.
Sarah, you sit there, you're the champ, you've just beaten Egler. When you get home, how will you celebrate?
I'll probably go to Vegas and party a little bit.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's
there
what
you
I think.
go. Party time.
Yeah.
we won't tell anyone where in Vegas you'll be, because I think about 500 people just bought tickets to Vegas November 15th. So see if they can bump in and have a beer with you. That's for sure. That is for sure. People are like it. Guys, can we please thank the one and only Sarah Backman and wish her all the best for her world title match coming up November 11th over there at East versus West in Istanbul, Turkey. Make sure you buy the pay-per-view, and we will see Sarah afterwards when she gets back with the belt strapped around her waist, and she can call herself once again world champion. We could all say thank you. And Sarah, always thank you for your time.
Thank you so much for having me on the show. You're awesome. You're awesome. Like, I love who you are in arm wrestling. So good.